We're here with Phil from Leasebreak. Phil, you used to be a real estate agent. I'm sure you still have your license. How did you get the idea for Leasebreak? What is it? Can you tell everybody?
Yeah, so as a real estate agent, I realized that a lot of people were trying to break their lease, and they didn't have any resources to market the apartment.
You mean like get out of a lease before the renewed contract?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're in a lease with a landlord, and then something happens in your life. You're getting married, you're having a baby, you want to buy an apartment. A lot of things could happen that you didn't know about when you signed the lease.
Yeah.
So then something happens, and then you want to get out of your lease. And the landlord will usually allow you to get out of your lease as long as you can provide someone else to take over the lease. So the burden is on the tenant to find someone else. So I realized a lot of tenants were in this situation where they tried to market their apartments on their own. They couldn't do it. It's very hard to market your apartment, especially because a lease break is usually a 3-month apartment, a 4-month. You have a 4-month lease, a 5-month lease, you know, the amount of months left on your lease. Very hard to do. So the idea is leasebreak.com. One place, one marketplace where everyone could post their apartment on leasebreak.com, and then people who are looking for a short-term rental could find it. So it's a marketplace. You know, it's a place for people who are looking to get out of their lease to meet people who are looking to get into a lease.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
What are any challenges you had getting starting the site, or any problems with landlords, or is it, you know, what kind of challenges did you have starting off?
I think the name leasebreak.com is a very charged name. It's like you're breaking your lease. So initially, I think some landlords are a little weary. But the truth is, we're not looking to do anything without the landlord's permission. We're really looking to be a resource. Once the landlord says to the tenant, I'll allow you to get out of your lease, but you have to find someone, that's where we come into play. So we're not looking to encourage people to break their leases that don't have their landlord's permission. You know?
Did the site like change any landlord's perspective on it? I mean, have you been changing up the market a little bit?
I think so. You know, I'm always trying to get the word out and make sure landlords are aware of this. And I'd say the first phase was just create awareness. And a lot of real estate agents now post on the website. A lot of tenants post. You know, we've only been around for about a year, a little over a year. We've had 5,000 people register. We've had over 3,000 people post. So it's really starting to gain some traction. But it's always the challenge of getting the word out even more, you know. And so landlords in particular, that's something that we're trying to just educate them on. Hey, we're not trying to encourage people to break their lease. We're on your side. We're trying to, you know, we're not, there's some other websites out there that are doing things a little bit, you know, kind of like turning a blind eye. We're not. We're trying to be as transparent as we can and do things on the up and up.
Okay. Closing out, do you have any advice to entrepreneurs that are starting their own business or maybe afraid to leave their job and do their passions? Do you have any advice?
Yeah, I would say to definitely don't be afraid. Definitely do it. I think the most important thing is to really set a plan for yourself. That's what I found. You know, all of a sudden you have all this time on your hands. Where do you start? There's about 100 different things to do at once. So it really helps me, and I think would help other people too, is to sit down and write a business plan and write, okay, what am I going to do this month, next month, the month after? You know, try to really be focused.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Phil.
Sure, my
great.
pleasure. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Great day.